Hey folks, Mr. Bucko here with example 1 from 8.4 in our Algebra 8 on finding the volume of spheres. So volume is how much stuff fits inside a figure, how much space is inside, and we're going to work with spheres today. And it's a pretty simple, straightforward formula. We just need to know one thing about the sphere in order to find the volume, and that would be the radius. So I have the information here from our formula sheet on a sphere. R stands for radius. Here's a sphere, and the radius of a sphere is from the center of the sphere out to any point on the ball, so to speak. And there's our surface area formula, but we want the volume formula, and the volume formula is 4/3 times pi times the radius cubed, the radius to the third power. So all we need to know about a sphere to find its volume is its radius. And here we have a sphere, and it tells us the diameter is 16 centimeters, so that's 16 centimeters. If the diameter is 16 centimeters, the radius will be 8, because the radius is half of the diameter of a circle or a sphere. So our formula will be 4/3 times pi times 8 cubed, because 8 is the radius of the sphere. Order of operations now, we do 8 to the third power. It's only 8 to the third power. It's not pi times 8 to the third power. It's just the radius that's being cubed. So 8 to the third power is 512. So now we have 4/3 times pi times 512. So now what we're going to do is just kind of ignore the pi. We'll just do 4/3 times 512. So to do that, we just do 4 times 512, and then 3 times 1. 512 over 1 if we're going to multiply a whole number by a fraction. And we get 2048 over 3 times pi. So the 2048 comes from 4 times 512. Then we can do 2048 or 2048 divided by 3, but that's a decimal number. And then we multiply that by pi, and that's going to be more of a decimal number. So I'm just going to leave the answer like this. This is an exact answer for the volume of the sphere. 2048 divided by 3 times pi. Kind of messy to say, not very clear exactly what that number is. If I wanted to do a decimal approximation, I could do 2048 divided by 3 and then multiply that by 3.14. That'll give me an approximation, but this answer right here is the exact value of the sphere. Not pretty, not exactly sure what that number means, but that's the exact volume of the sphere, and perfectly fine to leave it in this form.